To another edition of the program Good Morning Salon for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today, now Wednesday, May 21, and we will bring this edition of the program Good Morning Salon this Wednesday morning. My name is Adeyemi Jackson.
And Musa Kamara, my name, good morning. Inside the edition of the program Good Morning Saloon, the Executive Director for the National Public Health Agency, Professor Fodisa, don't confirm say government don't give the agency over $1 million for fight the mpox sick in the country. One member of parliament, we represent people in Atonkoleli district, Honorable Aaron Arun Kurma say the judiciary no go be independent if not the executive arm of government they give them couple for run their affairs any year. And today inside the program Radio Democracy go look inside the audit service regulation 2024 and how it go get rank to audit service then work.
Well, this and other stories and them inside the program, plus the Executive Director for Institute for Governance Reform, IGR, and Olavale say the status of the youth report, we then do show say 44% of young people them not they attend school. Members say they listen to me live on www.radiodemocracy.sl and Aliorok Betal Group. They support Radio Democracy for bringing the Good Morning Salon program camp powered by AfriCell. They listen to we from across the country from we partner radio stations them. Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba District, Radio Malen 88.5, Radio 1G 11.3 na Pujon District, Radio Colenter 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moa 105.5 na Kailan, Vopad Radio na Watsalon, Voice of Sandon 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro Pujon District, Jange Radio 99.3 na Luabon District, Advocacy Radio Potloko District, and Radio Katbami on 106.7 at Tonkolimba. The program na Good Morning Salon and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. You can be part of the program by way you go send a message to the number 077 981 981 077 981 981, or you go now we get the Democracy Facebook page. Also you go drop your comment or question on the issues that we will discuss inside the program today. Musa, before we continue with the program, this a message, special message will come up from the management of Radio Democracy. The management of Radio Democracy 98.1 want for make all man know say the station not go allow anybody for come na the station and preach hate, violence or tribalism. All the presenter and producer them don't get instructions say anybody will talk anything na any program where them believe say they preach hate, violence or tribalism, they not for allow the person for continue for talk na the program. After we they don't want the person not agree for stop, then enough for continue for day na the program. This na the decision of the management of Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. The program na Good Morning Salon.
Yes, indeed. Now a good policy decision we the management don't take just this week that give instruction that anybody we come with its speech, tribalism or regionalism for stop immediately for continue for interview and the program. This now for sake of peace and stability in the country. The program Good Morning Salon they continue. We start for look at issues. We go side the Salon Standards Bureau. Now body way Parliament set up for look measurements for make sure say the food them we the come na salon fine for it. We they talk for Sika the measure cup them. We then become with this BNTM, the Director General for the Salon Standards Bureau, John Paul Kaisam. See Standards Bureau go begin read all the markets them na free on Wednesday, May 21 this year, and the law go bet any trader we know they use the rights, know they use the cup them when they don't come with. Well, Usman Kamara gets more. He gonna report.
November last year, the Salon Standards Bureau be introduced one measuring cup, where according to them, go tap the way how people don't dey grumble, but how they rest, sugar and other thing them, knocking full up any time, where they can buy them na markets. For tap them problem here, make Standards Bureau come with them cup here. But the problem now na that, market woman them not agree for use this cup, according to Frank Martin, Metrology Director na Salon Standards Bureau.
A little disappointing, that we therefore come back or can sit down and talk about this situation. we don't dey make series of engagements with una. We don't make announcements. We don't go na the market. We don't call with una to meetings for let we come discuss the way forward on how we go able for use them cups there so na the market. But it proved like people not ready for do wetin we don't agree upon. Because right now, if you go na any of them markets them, they see them coupling. But we get evidence say the cups them people they don't buy them. We get evidence then.
Because market woman them not agree for use this cup, make the Director General for Standards Bureau, John Paul Kaisam, say the next step now with the Salon Police.
On Wednesday, sharp within our streets. Una go stay as he say, una get the cups then, una tell them say, Standards Bureau they come with the team on Wednesday. If you come on a year now, you go Guinea, you go Ghana, you go Liberia. Now standard measurement by kilo. So now gradually we will get there. So once we support, and we begin. Once we cooperation, for we go back, we go tell people then say Standard Bureau they come now with a big one then, and when they come, not a long story. You not get this cup, they seize the cup that we get. If you buy this cup, otherwise they stop it for sale that day. Now big with the big.
But what did the market umaya think? But the step we Standards Bureau want take for enforce the law by market woman them. Make we listen to the chair lady for Congo Tong and Lumley markets.
Nobody above the law. Me know they can say this one, say no. Would they agree? And some of them go the right way. Not a problem with them. Well, we got to take the time no more for the work and talk to them. Like how would they start for work and now? Will they still continue for work and back way? Then come on there. Will maintain the law and we believe say not for anybody they do for your country. Anything what they say now law for your own country, they all join hands together for let you happy.
Yeah, okay with the idea because once we get a standard cup at the market, because this half cup here they piss people off. Because if me don't pull me money now, I don't go buy something. I say I don't go buy full cup there where I can measure and not reach sometimes 3, 4, 5 cup don't shorting. I they feel pain.
Chair lady for Congo Tong Market, Cecilia Binta Faulkner, and chair lady for Lumley Market, Mami Molai Kamara, end up assure Standards Bureau say, then go put law them in place for make sure say market woman them go according to within Standards Bureau don't say. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Usman Kamara, the report.
The program now Good Morning Saloon and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. The program they continue and we start for look at take one power headlines to read them. The Executive Director for Institute for Governance Reform, IGR, Andrew Lavali say the status of youth report with them do show say 44% of young people them not they attend school in the country. They talk this is our engagement with the Ministry of Youth Affairs together with them partner all for talk about seeing them with the inside this report. We reporter must stand for get more and gonna report.
The status of youth report where the Ministry of Youth don't put together na document where they give deep assessment of the current condition, challenge, opportunity, and well-being of young people in a salon. This report they get a data them on different aspects of young people their life, like education, employment, health, and other area them. And as we for talk about seeing them where they inside this report make the Ministry of Youth and in partner them don't get one day engagement. Also then go present this report and safe talk about seeing them where they inside the status of youth report. The Minister of Youth Ibrahim Sano been start for talk about how in plan for bring development na the youth sector.
So one for empower Sierra and expand them for be innovator so that we will get new ways and new things for doing things and also be entrepreneurs, meaning they can able to set up their own business, create their own employment. For be leaders in agriculture, and we all see from the report, we get plenty of man there with the agriculture business. And currently, checking on the last financial act, will tell you about between 50 to 60% of the GDP from agriculture, and I demand the more the climate resilience. Of course, we live at the coast, where you know, see we get what rain or we get what sun, we need to respond to climate change issues, and so if we don't get your land level adapted right now, then the future nothing. And then climate resilience skills, and skills is an anchor here. Why skills? Skills, President Yo say skills are the only potent viable weapon for fight poverty.
But waiting some of the team them with the status of youth report say Andrew Lavalley, that the executive director for Institute for Governance Reform IGR and SEF, one by the consultants then for this report.
So we try to compare Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea, Liberia, and the Sub-Saharan Africa. The result shows that Sierra Leone's investment in education, you can see since the war ended in 2002, investment in education actually peaked in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. But what is the effect of that? Where is our investment in education going? 80% of the young people we spoke to said they've attended formal schooling, and about 20% said they've never attended formal schooling. And by the way, this is the data from the Youth Focus Survey. There is a complementary data from the UNICEF EU report. So we have about 54% of young people that are not in school, and only 26% are still in school. So it's not just 80% that attended formal school. When you break it down further, you can see that we only have about 26% that are still in school. The highest level of education, so you have less than 10% of Sierra Leone youth that have university and vocational education.
And will Lavalley carry on for talk about waiting the find out at the employment sector for young people in the country.
Readiness for job. Were you ready for the job? 43% of young people said they were ready for the job. And then the next question is, have you made effort to find a job? So that's ILO's definition. Have you made effort to find a job? 25% said yes, we've made effort to find a job. I don't have a job. 25% are saying I've made effort to find a job. So that's the definition. And we can disaggregate it further by gender, with male, females, more female having experiencing higher unemployment than female. And then that's the data. So the reasons for not making effort to find work, these are the reasons. Half of the young people believe that the jobs are not available. That even if I make effort, I cannot get the job because there are no jobs available. You have 23% that is arguing that I'm still in training, equipping myself to get a job.
Another sector where these reports look at now the agriculture sector, and will Lavalley explain.
There is a gender disaggregation, and there is a gender character of those fields. So we have more young boys or young men in agriculture, fishery, and forestry, 33%, and more young girls in wholesale and retail trade compared to young boys. So you can see, but UNICEF asks a question: what do you really want to do? Mind you, on this side of the slide, this is what they were engaging at the time the report was, the data was collected. But when we asked young people online, 69,000 young people online, what do you really want to do? Professional, having a professional job was 34%, followed by agriculture and clerical and leisure and manual work, and then craft was the least.
After when they don't present some of the team them, where they inside the status of youth report, development partner them, like World Bank, UNDP, and other one them, we get this for say.
I really want to commend the Ministry of Youth for not only taking this bold step for do this research, but for also updates we show out. I mean, as we proceed with this research, we all know the issues them of youth unemployment, and also, of course, the minister don't clearly highlight the issue of the skills. They need the skills, whether they're able for the employed, access to finance, and all of that.
Based on the research findings I draw and grow, I believe today's youth potential has unique potential for its forefront for driving problem solving.
We will look at the report, and we are very happy to be associated with the conduct of this report. As my brother Andrew say and Thomas say, these are the first reports Sierra ever produced on youth. I think we do for that for them.
Then development partner there end up say, then go look inside this report and work with the Ministry of Youth for improve the status of young people in the country for the Society for Ready Democracy. Mastan Swari, the report.
The program you still listen to now. Good morning, Salon. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Inside the program, we continue for look at more issues. We go inside the U.S. Ambassador Salon. Bryan David Hunt say the education college fair with them all for but 30 school them now Freetown now part of the US embassy commitment for give opportunity to young people for study in the US. He talked this for SECA this meeting with them all for students them yesterday inside Freetown. For more on this, make we join Fenella Edith Tonti.
The United States of America now the up for higher education for international students from across the world. But plenty time, students then get challenged, forget the right information, but university them na the United States of America. For sake of this make, the United States Embassy na Freetown the All One Education College fair.
It is a great privilege to be here today as we celebrate the opening of the U.S. Embassy's first ever Education USA College Fair in Sierra Leone. The United States has long been committed to promoting education as a powerful tool for achieving greater opportunities and success. Education is central to economic growth, enhanced security, and cultural understanding. The United States is proud to be home to many of the best educational institutions in the world and welcomes high-achieving and talented international students. I know the students here today are driven and ambitious, and the United States is looking to open our institutions of higher learning's doors to the best and the brightest from Sierra Leone.
The United States Ambassador for Salon, Bryan David Hunt, they talk about the importance of the Education College fair as plenty young people don't they eager for land book in America. But visa don't be challenged over the year. Ambassador Hunt talk on the reason for this and self be advised the young people they are.
Too many of your predecessors on this journey have elected to misuse the privilege that they have been granted to study in the United States and illegally overstayed their student visas. The 35% overstay rate for student visa holders is a large part of the reason why many of you will face intensive questioning during the student visa interview process. The United States wants to be able to continue to welcome international students from across the globe to our colleges and universities. But we can only do so if students demonstrate respect for our immigration laws and procedures. I would urge you to do better than your recent predecessors and implore any of you who were ultimately afforded the privilege of studying in the United States to respect our laws in full and to return to Sierra Leone at the end of your studies to contribute to the building of this society.
What in this mean to Buklani sector na Salon? Emily Gogra, now the Deputy Minister 1, now the Ministry of Basic and Senior Education.
This United States College Fair is a shining example of the kind of collaboration that brings lasting change. It opens doors for our young people to pursue academic excellence beyond our borders, to experience other cultures, and to return equipped with knowledge, skills, and values that can contribute meaningfully to Sierra Leone's development.
Emily Gogra call on the United States Embassy for extend this opportunity to other parts of the country.
I want to ask the alumni and the U.S. Embassy, please extend these facilities to the provinces. The regional areas will serve. We have just started in Freetown. We need to move to the provinces.
The Education College fair be future but start secondary school them na Freetown.
Hi, my name is Angel. I'm attending the Royal Becklin Academy and I'm in SS2 and also the deputy editor of this noble institution. Yes, I've learned a lot. I've learned about the weather. I've also learned about the things. I've learned about the financial aid. I've learned about who should choose the people that are going to be funding our financials when we get there and a lot more. Well, I've seen Columbia, I've also seen Princeton, but I also want to go to Harvard, but
Attending the Salon Grammar School. I have learned a lot, but I have been doing my research. I am one who is really passionate about studying in the US. Although the one that I actually want to study in Yale University was not available, I was diversified. I got to know about Berkeley University, USC, so I got my options open, and I'd like to be a defense lawyer, and I was told that Berkeley is a very good option for that, so yes, I'm happy. I learned about the extracurriculars, and I also learned that it is vital to keep our grades up if we want to get to universities in the USA, as all of them are competitive schools. And also the extracurriculars are very important because we need to be diversified. You should not only know about your academics, but you should be involved in social activities like what we did today.
Then Pikia end up say, then go gladdy if they get the support for achieve their dream for land book na the United States of America. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Fenela did something, the report.
Well, from that report, inside the program, as we mentioned, it's a one power headline stories. The MTD Radio Democracy go look inside the Audit Service Regulation 2025 and how it go help for Gitran to audit service then work na the country. For Sika that I want to welcome Khadija Zainab Bangura, Legal Affairs Manager, Audit Service Salon. Good morning and welcome.